it's gonna be looked at every single year, 4 times a year, 1 time a year, who knows? I think it's great, and then if there's something going on, you will know who's supposed to be taking care of it and all that jazz. So, I mean, if all we're supposed to do is provide money for fixing it, possibly.
So therefore, it'll never take you out. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate.
Oh, no, I know.
You're always gonna be involved in it.
I
No,
know.
she's saying we're gonna blame it on you. What's going on?
No, but at least we have a mechanism through our building inspector with warranties to, that is, I mean, that kind of the only thing we do is that person comes to us during budget time and says, we've got this issue, we budget for it. Then yes, that does involve us, which who knows how that'll work. But in the past, it's been zeros. So I don't know, but I feel a lot better.
Roofer. Doesn't know which way you're gonna go.
Very
Let's
unpopular.
just forget if it starts leaking. we need to
I think as
probably claim
long as it's
insurance.
inspected and
They
if
can decide whether
anything
it's
gets
warranty
discovered,
warranty.
then we need it taken care of.
And that's what our city manager will hopefully push. Because it needs to be, fire. Let's get it fixed. So, so to tie all this up, we'll talk about it at the city managers but at this point, we're going for the flat. Okay. So be it. We'll adjourn this meeting and give us a minute to set up everything. Did we have everything all set up?
We're good to go?
Okay, so for later, we're gonna put a TV in.
Yep, it's all
Wanna
done.
make sure.
Yep, that'll be at the end.
All right. Welcome to the November 17th, 2025 regular scheduled city council meeting is now to order. Would you all rise and say the pledge of allegiance with me? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Shelley, roll call, please.
Becky Curtis. Record.
Here.
John Feiger.
Yep.
Mark Thompson.
Here.
All right, that takes us to our first public participation. Does anybody want to speak to us? You have 5 minutes. And be sure and sign in the podium. Yes. Okay. That moves us on to the consent agenda. There's only one thing on, so I'm not going to ask if anybody wants anything removed. Shelley.
Item A, motion to approve the minutes of the November 3rd, 2025 regular session.
I will entertain a motion to pass the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor of passing the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? It passes. Next takes us to appointments.
Otherwise, it's his sister. All that stuff I wrote. That was his sister.
Who's this one?
The blue cup.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right.
She's like, she's like,
Oh, cool. All right, that takes us to our appointments, Shelley.
We have appointments tonight for the library board. The terms of Jennifer Wingler, Juliana Arndt, and Michelle Roach are expiring. Juliana and Michelle both filled out documents to remain on the library board. Jennifer Wingler, I don't know if she didn't fill it out or she turned out. They didn't have term limits on the library board. They had additional applicants apply for the remaining seats, and the library board met in October and recommended the reappointment of Ms. Arndt and Ms. Roach, and the new appointment, they made Ms. Babolka.
It says Brett.
Brett Babolka.
That's a female?
Yes.
Yes.
I was thinking it was a male.
That's what I told you, wrong.
Because I don't know who that is. I know who Sarah Stark is, but I don't know who Brett is. Okay, interesting.
art teacher.
Oh. All right, is there any discussions on, anybody have anything they want to talk about? Are you guys good with it?
That's who they wanted, right?
Mhm.
So it's hard to dispute that.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then we'll move on. I, Becky Curtis, Mayor of the City of Cameron, hereby reappoint Julian Art and Michelle Roach and newly appointed Brett Bulga to the Cameron Library Board. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes 5-4 in favor, 0 opposed. Next, we talk about our interim city council.
We did receive one application for the interim seat on the city council. Mr. Rossworth is here tonight. It does require a resolution for council to make that decision, and if you guys are okay with that, we'll put that on the next agenda for decision.
Is there a way to move it up?
Yes.
I mean.
That's 2 weeks, and we're in the middle of looking at.
Well, we can start with this orientation tomorrow.
Is he disoriented? That's the problem.
I'm just trying to figure out why anybody would want to come up here.
Well, it is for a very short time, so I think the quicker we can get him in, the better, because he's not all that long of a term.
Yeah, we'll get him up to speed in between now and the next meeting.
Vote on
Yeah, I think you
it. We
should.
can have a special meeting to do.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Should we have him give us a speech or something to tell us about?
I would just note for the council that if you have a special meeting to officially make him a council member, his first regular meeting would still be the same meeting
Oh, really?
that you're just talking about, where there would be a resolution for him.
Oh,
So-
he can come up on that.
There would be a resolution appointing him.
The
Shelley could
resolution
swear
will
him
be At
in.
the beginning of the meeting. And
Okay.
at the very beginning, I'll swear him in, and then he'll sit with you for the rest of the
Okay,
meeting.
so no matter how
good.
fast we try to do it, it's gonna be the same. All right, good to know.
Are we gonna have a time just to sit and visit? Just ask questions?
If you want, I don't know.
I don't know.
That could go under personnel for
Council
executive,
members are
right?
not
Yeah, Kurt,
personnel.
yeah, council members are specifically not personnel.
Sorry, man. You're not a person anymore.
Could have earlier today.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I guess maybe you'll have to do that on.
We'll catch him on the street sometime.
Yeah. Something like that.
Give him a 3rd degree. Seems like I see you everywhere you go. So,
Okay.
All right.
I'm good with that.
All right, so we will make that in a resolution and we will move in that direction. All right, that takes us to the city manager's report.
So, at City Hall, all the cabling is installed. They ran, 2 new Cat 6 cables to each hub in City Hall. The one will be for all the computers for the networking. The second line is for future projects like the VoIP system, voice over IP, phone system, stuff like that. I do know that the police department's looking at the VoIP system now, so that's for future projects. We just talked about the fire suppression system a little bit ago. They're going to deliver the system equipment next week and set for installation December 1st. We're still holding on PST on phase 2. As everybody's seen, the 3rd Street buildings are coming down. He has 60 calendar days to get it completed, and December 25th is his 60th day. So he's working on that. The engineering company for 112 East 3rd, they're getting a plan in action for that wall where the bricks on the northeast corner of Little Blessings building there. We'll let you guys know as soon as we get a proposal. And a couple days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, Shelley emailed Brightspeed in reference to what is going on with the service. I sent her email to my contact, and he will be getting back with us in the next few days, let us know what's going on. So that's all I,
Externally written.
yes.
So how soon can we get that fencing material out from the edge of the street where next to Little Blessings there?
Not until that wall is fixed, because those bricks are just sitting in there loose.
But, yeah, but they would fall down rather than out into the street. I don't care about being back in the back, but just occupying space right there in the front. It just looks terrible. It looks
Spencer?
like,
That front cap of brick right on the front is not stable at this moment. That's why we're waiting on the engineering. If that were to fall, it could definitely fall out in towards the street.
so just the part that's facing Third Street.
We've got to get that shored up and everything before we.
And it could fall either east or north. Okay, that's, all right. I just hate having the downtown look like crap all the time.
Yeah, well, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
It's not a trend.
It's not a trade. Okay.
Does anybody have any other questions for our managers?
What other internet could we, if Brightspeed's gonna continue to slow walk this, why don't we start looking for something else?
It's the telephone system, the Brightspeed telephone system. We have internet
We do
through
have internet, we don't, it's our phones
It's
that
the
people can't call.
landline phones that they can't call the 2177.
Nine
number.
Fiber has it, the headphone lines, I believe. I'm just starting to think, you're gonna slow walk
We've
this.
actually looked at VoIP systems, but we've been hesitant to install a system in temporary offices, because it's quite an undertaking.
Right.
Yeah, and
I would like to have maybe something in place when we move back.
VoIP is old technology.
Any other questions? All right.
You guys want to?
We wanna do the- You wanna?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Repeat what you
Got
said so she can write it down properly.
A motion directing city staff to pursue the construction of a flat roof for City Hall and its rehabilitation.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second? Oh, second.
No, you're right.
I was gonna ask
You're
for
good.
a second, then I second. I second.
You're good.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes, 4 in favor, 0 opposed. Thank you, Shelley, for reminding me.
Thank you.
All right, that moves us on to unfinished business. We have a second and final reading of Bill 2025-34. Shelley.
Bill 2025-34, an ordinance approving a service agreement between the Cameron Fire Protection District and the City of Cameron, Missouri to provide fire protection and emergency services outside the Cameron city limits.
I will now entertain a motion to pass Bill 2025-34 on a second and final reading by roll call.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
John Breckenridge.
Yes.
John Biker.
Yes.
Mark Carr.
Yes.
Becky Curtis.
All right, our next unfinished business is the second and final reading of Bill 2025-35. Shelley.
Bill 2025-35, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the City of Cameron, Missouri to enter into a license agreement with the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for ground surface for a welcome to Cameron sign.
I will entertain a motion for a second and final reading on Bill 2025-35 by roll call.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
So is there a cost to the city for this lease, and is there a cost for the liability part of it?
I think we discussed last time.
I think we decided there is not a cost.
Right.
Is that right? So it's kind of a no-brainer.
Right, and they're going from 5 years to 10 years.
That's even better.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, when I read the title, I'm thinking there's the word licenses. Oh, it is in there. I was like, I'm just reading it.
It's there, yeah, you got it,
Okay, that's all.
And it's only for the one over
on the west side of
west
town.
side. That other one's on private property. All right. Shelley.
John Figert.
Yes.
Mark Carr.
Yes.
Becky Curtis.
Yes.
John Richardson.
All right, that takes us to new business. We have a first reading on Bill 2025-36. Shelley.
Bill 2025-36, an ordinance of the City of Cameron, Missouri, granting a roadway easement to the County of DeKalb, Missouri, for property located near Grindstone Reservoir between Southeast Fence Road and Grindstone Reservoir Road.
I will entertain a motion to pass Bill 2025-33 on a first reading.
6.
I'm 36, I looked for, yeah, 36.
So moved. Second.
Discussion?
This is Corey's Road, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You gotta name it after you.
Sounds like it.
Corey's Road,
Corey's Road.
Corey's North.
That's a good one.
I like it. It's catchy.
So why does it say DeKalb County there?
It's over at Grindstone on the west.
No, I'm saying
It's a
it says
road.
It'll be maintained by the
to
county.
DeKalb
It'll be
County.
maintained by the county, the road will.
They will?
Yes. They're
Or we'll build
maintaining
it.
it and doing whatever they need to it.
I saw that. I saw we weren't gonna be maintaining
So
it.
who's going to talk about this?
Well, we
Lance,
talked about it a while back.
Well, it's a first reading, so there is a discussion.
Lance, if
Thank you,
you,
Mayor and Council.
I knew somebody was going to come
So,
up.
yes, this is Corey's Road. So we go over.
CP's
towards
road.
Quarry. The name is yet to be determined.
I got it.
But yes, the question of why is it DeKalb? Because DeKalb County is the recipient of all roads outside city limits that aren't ours, are theirs.
gotcha.
And so that's why DeKalb County is the one doing it. And we have to do it on behalf of them. And then Corey has provided all of, if you look in there, there's all the descriptions and the
Yeah, I
legals.
saw that.
We got all the legals. That's why it's here tonight. That's why we're pushing forward on that, so he can get it put in.
Okay, so for those of us that are watching that are here, would they have an explanation why Corey is making this road?
Basically, it's a safety issue. Because there's so many vehicles traveling up and down, on the Grindstone Reservoir Road and Southeast Fence Road, that this will provide a direct route into that area of Quarry. So they will not be going along and getting in the midst of all the other traffic going back and forth.
By Corey?
Yes.
By the,
Yeah.
We're gonna-
the
The
bigger
rock trucks
equipment.
and
Yeah,
everything
rock
else
truck.
are not going to be around the residents and other people going out there as much.
So Corey has, is this correct? Corey has a new, something that you're gonna be doing out there. And it's gonna be a lot of big trucks on the road, so he's wanting to build a road to put people on so he can take, is that correct? That he can put his big trucks and not have people and,
He's not gonna have to worry about all the safety issues that come with, well, that and liability for, whether a piece of gravel comes off and takes out somebody's windshield,
Windshield.
which happens all the time.
right, so basically, I don't know if people know this, but this is just to keep the citizens safe. And Corey can get his work done and not have to worry about all the people that his big trucks are gonna be involved in.
Correct.
Okay, just want to make sure
Full
everybody.
access to the boat, And the main purpose is to keep access to the boat. All the equestrian riders that go out there as well.
So can we charge DeKalb County for anything? I mean, they got all this extra tax money.
Well, since we're not, we
Since
don't
we're
have
not paying
anything,
anything
we don't
for
have
it.
any money in it.
Right,
So
no,
we
I
can't
get
really
that.
go, oh, by the way.
Well, I'm just asking.
No.
Yeah,
I'm trying to bring
there's,
it in.
there's,
Maybe a toll road.
yeah,
There you go. I like that. There you go. Now you're thinking.
so yeah, since we don't have anything in, we've got no money in it, so, yeah, there's no money to be reimbursed to us.
Just give them permission, I guess. All right, any other questions? Well, I think it's nice, Corey, I appreciate it.
And I think Corey should get naming rights.
I'll name it for him.
Well, we all know what it's gonna be, anyway.
Corey's Road.
Corey's
We can do better than that.
Oh, I like that. They call it Best Road. I like that. You'll have to do some ideas. All right, all right. All those in favor of passing Bill 2025-36, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes 4 in favor, 0 opposed.
Is there gonna be another meeting on this?
Yes. this is another reading. All right, that takes us to Resolution 2562. Shelley.
Resolution 2025-62, a resolution for the city of Cameron, Missouri to accept a proposal to purchase 2 APX 8000 mobile radios from Midwest Mobile Radio.
I will entertain a motion to pass Resolution 2025-62.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Mayor, Council, thank you. We bought a new radio system, I believe, 2 years ago. The previous system we've had since part of my time here in 2009, so I would guess 15-ish, 20 years is what they last. It's the most expensive piece of equipment that we give our officers. We're slated for 18 officers. We were almost a full staff up until the other day. We did have one resign. However, we're going to fill that spot again. So we're requesting to buy 2 more radios to fill. Last year we purchased 16, the bare minimum that we needed because of the cost. We're asking to purchase the next 2 to get us full.
And this is coming from a local vendor, correct?
We had a Motorola vendor, yes.
Well, somebody here in town.
I think they're the sole vendor.
Yeah.
Because they have to go with us.
Yes.
So right now, you only need 1? Well, I saw 2 on here, but you're saying you
So-
lost 1,
Yeah,
which I
correct.
think the reason.
However, radios go fast. We've had several operations this year that we've done with other agencies, some from out of state. They're not on our system, and so when they go out, they don't have a radio either.
So they have
try
to
to
have
scrounge
one.
around and grab somebody else's would also help eliminate that.
Okay.
issue.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a little costly, but they are very
They're
needed.
very expensive.
Yeah, but they're needed.
They do last a long time. We're pretty good on equipment. We don't use it. We don't lose them.
All right. Any other comments?
What budget does this come out of?
This will come out of our safety tax.
We're just saying, okay, use your money.
Yeah. Good as that.
Thank you.
All right, all those in favor of passing Resolution 2025-62, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes 4 in favor, 0 opposed. That takes us to our public participation, the second one for the night. Anybody would like to come and talk to us? All right. I guess that takes us to miscellaneous comments from the staff.
I don't have anything, Mayor.
Counselor,
Nothing.
Ira.
To let the council know that we got, Daktronics showed up last week and got all 3 of the new scoreboards installed and tested them, and they are good to go for next spring. So very nice. They all got ball strikes and outs on them. So
Pretty novel, huh?
Good.
Think
No
of an idea.
timer.
no timer, just plain innings and all that. So,
Do the others, did they by any chance set up the others?
well, I'm going to get a quote from, because they're a private contractor. They're not through Daktronics, so
Okay.
they're actually out of Lathrop.
Oh, okay.
And so they're Lathrop or Lawson, one or two. But anyways, they're going to get me a quote, and we're going to possibly put the other 2 scoreboards over at the new soccer complex on the big field over there. I'm going to run it by the park board and see what they think, but I don't think they'd have an issue with it. But I want to get some numbers in front of it first.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll keep the 3rd one just for parts and stuff like that. So pretty excited about it. Maybe soccer will have some scoreboards because they're great for soccer. So that all went good. We got everything winterized in all of our facilities, including the pool, the last couple of weeks. All of the restrooms are locked down and winterized for the winter. McCorkle Park is the only one that is still open, and then we'll lock it down after the lighting ceremony on the 29th. So, Archers did also come out and winterized both of our irrigation systems at the skate complex and Somerville complex, so it's shut down for the winter, and Earl Park, it got winterized as well. So, then the boys have been busy in McCorkle Park, started a little bit last week and was in there today and putting all the Christmas lights up in McCorkle Park. park. So probably tomorrow, the next day, we should be done with all of that in there, so.
Did you have volunteers show up for that?
No, just been the Parks Department. Would like to thank the Cameron PD. They came out with their drone and took some still pictures and a nice video and stuff of Somerville out there for present and future construction projects that we'll have out to Somerville, and also, plus they put it on a thumb drive for me, and I gave it to Stacy Early for Cameron for the World Cup stuff. So maybe they can utilize that and put that on their flyers and whatever else. So Bryson come out and flew his drone around and got some really cool pictures of the complex. So I'd like to thank them for doing that. So other than that, we're just busy trying to get the Christmas lighting ceremony set up. So unless you guys got any questions for me.
I do. So what's the homeless situation in the parks?
It's actually, since we've been kind of locking the bathrooms down and we spent the extra money on alarm systems and making sure that the timers have been working correctly and stuff, it's really cut down on it quite a bit. If Spencer quit knocking buildings down, they'd stay out of the parks. But no.
Still my part, trees down.
Yeah, and Mark cutting all the trees down, giving nowhere to hide. No, it seems like it's a little bit better with the couple that we did have hanging out at Somerville. They've moved on somewhere else. I don't know where they went, but
Somewhere warm for the winter.
south, I would reckon.
How
But
about the dude at Beavers Park? He's always there.
I hadn't seen him lately either.
Yeah. They head south for the winter.
I guess. I don't know.
Arizona. It's a destination.
I mean, even the ones at McCorkle Park, they kind of, since I started locking the bathrooms down, they kind of went away and whatnot, so.
Yeah, you just wonder where they go, because they, I don't know.
I don't know. I understand their situation. I feel for them, but I also got kids that play in those parks and stuff, and I don't want to make parents feel like they're uncomfortable
I
there.
have parents tell me they feel uncomfortable there.
Yeah. I know it's irritating to me.
Mm-hmm.
I am happy to see the dog park is getting used a lot.
Yeah.
Almost every time I'm out there, there's people out in the dog park.
And then this spring, I'm working with Rotary and the Interact group of kids, and I think we're going to redo that little gazebo out there and repaint it and probably get a new roof possibly on it and make that look nice.
So there's 2 fire floats that are out there. They're old, retired ones. And they've been knocked over probably by the mowers when they're going around it. So they should probably be pulled up. The one that's by the gazebo, between that and the small dog park, I think when they put in the gazebo, they crowded it so it's too close. So that would probably just need to be moved somewhere else. So, and then I'd be happy to paint them. So anyway, that would be good, but they need to be set in concrete so the mower doesn't knock them over.
We can definitely do that.
Do you know the story about that gazebo?
I heard it's been moved around a bunch. That's the only thing I really know about it.
Does anybody know where that gazebo came from and why, no, it has been moved, but what created that?
Did you get married on that gazebo?
No. Do you all know Doc McDonald?
Yep.
Okay, it was dedicated for his wife when she passed. That was erected by the hospital.
The original started out by the hospital.
Right, it was at the hospital, and then that was sold. And it needed to be moved, so it went to the dog park. So I don't know if you knew his wife, Marge McDonald, but she was very instrumental into a lot of things in our community. She was a rock and roller. So I think of her every time I get.
That's a good thought.
Mm-hmm.
She did. All right, Ollie.
That's all I got.
Thanks, Mark.
So electric crews have been finishing up a couple new construction projects and be getting back on tree trimming. Water side, got a couple leaks that we've been chasing. The tie-in for the pipeline is officially done.
I haven't tasted the water
They
yet.
have not, because it is not being sent to us yet. They are still doing some flushing and sanitizing on those lines. So we've got to get electricity into the vault. We've got it to the vault. We've got to get a couple holes cored through the wall to get the power to the valves in there.
Okay, I don't mean to be rude here, but didn't we know we were gonna need power to be able to do this? I'm just
We knew,
asking.
but it was not included in the project.
The
The
engineers,
engineers did not include that.
they
in the
didn't put
project.
that in there. And so the engineers only went so far, and here's where it was supposed to connect. And there was no engineering on how it would get there and how it would connect. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we are doing that on
From my
our own.
understanding.
We have had that same conversation with the engineers, and we've had those same questions.
And Maysville was in the same boat.
We were all
as us.
shocked. We're like, what?
You think for 50 million, they could drill a couple of holes. I don't know.
Well, at one time, they thought that the water coming in had too much higher power to be, is that correct, put into ours? So they had to figure out the difference in the
That
water
was-
pressure.
That was
They,
in,
yeah, they were saying it's probably gonna be lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I knew something was.
Thought we would need to put it booster in to get enough pressure, but
and there were also questions about the gated system. Whether it was there, whether it wasn't. It was.
we should be within weeks at this point, assuming they get the water tower disinfected and online so they can finish the flushing and get their samples back, testing.
In fact, you're doing all the samples, aren't you? In the back?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not doing
Which
it?
water tower is that?
Sewersville.
How about the other water tower that had that leak? What's the report
Oh,
on
that's,
that?
I was getting to
I
that.
know.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
go ahead.
yeah, that was my next topic on the list. We had on November 4th, crews were out there to repair the tower. They did find that it was shot. And
Really?
that evidence has been turned over to the police department for them to investigate. They did find the remnants in the tower. It has been patched and repainted and back in service now.
Wow.
I guess that's better than rust.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
since
they
it
didn't
was,
find any rust issues in there.
Good.
We've got reports with the pictures of everything.
well, it was just inspected a year ago, so for
No,
that
it
to,
was inspected like 3 months ago.
okay,
It was
so,
repainted a year ago.
okay. So for that rust to have happened and it was just inspected 3 months ago, that seemed a little weird too.
So,
Are you done?
yep, that's all I have.
I had a question. I saw you had a light pole down on Walnut Street. We're putting one up. What's the story on
It
that?
was hit by a vehicle.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. I drive by and
Yeah,
inspect
that's
them.
probably the second time that exact light pole's been hit in the last 6 months.
Yeah. Was there damage to the light pole?
I didn't damage the pole, it broke the breakaway base on it.
Yeah,
They're meant to be able to break like that so they don't do as much damage
had to
to
replace the light
vehicles.
fixture.
Right. Yeah, it did break the light fixture.
I'm assuming we get insurance money from the companies to get
We have the
this
police
fixed.
report and we will either work with them or their insurance company to get reimbursement on it.
No one was hurt.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I don't know. Who knows? I didn't see it. He did.
Well, it was a golf cart that hit it, and then.
Yeah, it was not a golf cart.
Thank you, Mark.
Yep.
I've got street crews that are out cleaning grade inlets, run the street sweeper. Parts should be in this week, so they'll be able to get the rest of the snow equipment fixed and put back together and ready to put in service. Hope not anytime soon, but anyway, that's about all I've got.
Just preparing for winter.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Ed. Lance?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Last week, we had our Board of Adjustment, the BOA, and the Planning and Zoning meeting. We had 5 variances we went over in BOA. And then we had, we also have 2 variances coming up for the next BOA meeting in December, which we didn't have to do very many of those since July, but now we are. We've also got 1 zoning change set up for that meeting. We had a big meeting. We're getting ready to have a big meeting with the stakeholders along the BB corridor. And MoDOT's coming in and giving a presentation. Once that's done, then we will go ahead and have a public hearing for everybody. But we wanted to show it to the stakeholders before we had everybody else. So I went ahead and there's like 90 invites out there. And so we'll see how many people show up. And that was the business owners, the property owners, the homeowners along that entire corridor, plus all of the other emergency people and all those that might be involved on the BB highway. So you guys are board meetings. Well, I sent you the invite, so you know when it is. We also had a great big meeting on the Kicking It in Cameron on Friday where the mayor presented. And that is for the World Cup for next summer. And that is everybody getting together to figure out what we want to do for and with Cameron during the World Cup. And we really want to get people here the first week of the Cup. And so that's why we're going to do, Sue Mannion is doing the Balloon Fest. And then we're working on a Pops event for a concert the next weekend. And I believe that the city band is going to be playing on Thursday. And there's just a lot of activities that are going through that entire week. So that'll be a big one. In relationship to that, after we had that meeting, I talked to Kathy Hahn from OCAN, and it looks like we might be going after a grant to try to help with the advertisement for Cameron for economic development, so we can get the name out and try to catch some of the people traveling in and out of the 36 and 35 corridor. Also been working with Great Northwest, so we've got Great Northwest Days coming up in February if anybody wants to go from the council. But on that committee, we'll have another meeting on that next week. So, and then of course, working with Patrick on the TIFs and the CIDs and Hog River Road and the Highway Commission did sign it. Mike had to ask MoDOT to get that information because they did not send it to us whenever the Highway Commission did sign it. So, not surprising, but we now know that it is. So that's what I've got.
Busy. Any questions? All right, thank you, Liz.
So, aside from investigating poles being knocked down and towers being shot, we're doing our annual food drive with the fire department and EMS that will be delivered on the 29th at the end of the Christmas parade. We're also beginning workings of our holiday heroes, Shop at the Cop. We had a real good training on Thursday, leadership training in our training center. We had people from as far south as Lee Summit, up to Nottoway, Cannon County, and I don't know as far as you said. Worked out real well. That's kind of where we're working on right now.
Dan always talks about what I had going on already. Third Street building, we did have a residential demo happen just up Third Street as well. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Looks good.
I'm gonna take it down. We brought up about inspections of city buildings. That is taking place. That's something that Stoney's taken a hold of, and looking back through reports that were done previously versus what he's bringing in, he's a lot more thorough.
Did that building, that house down there, was that the city tearing it down?
No, that was a private demolition. That house, I think, was burned in a fire.
Yeah, it was.
Like I said, Tony's doing those inspections, he's doing house, being quite thorough with them. He keeps going through code enforcement, he's tearing up. He's my right hand man.
Well, you'd think that we'd be starting to hear complaints about people. I mean, we as a council, when that kind of happens, they usually start coming to us complaining because
We've had good feedback, honestly, with our approach. Our approach has not been just send them a letter. Our approach has very much been make contact with them. If we don't make contact with them originally, we will leave a door hanger on their door, giving our information, letting them know what's going on, encouraging them to reach out to us, talk to us about it. And that's getting a lot of things fixed previous to us even having to send out a letter.
oh, cool.
And I think it's a lot more, we've had feedback of people saying it's a lot better than just getting paid violation.
Right.
Right.
Cold in the face, in the face, kind of thing.
They're doing a good job.
Well, good. That's good news.
Yeah, we're just doing awesome. We're adopting a lot of animals now. Mice are out now. Get your cat for your mice. That's what I did this last weekend. Never thought I'd be a cat person.
How's the cat that got shot?
Doing better. I mean, as well as expected.
It's gonna survive.
I think so.
All right. Anybody out there need to report anything?
I think Keith can I can report that we're the only utility that didn't get vandalized apparently from the last go around, but no, I think we shut down the UV for the season and,
We started winterizing all the lift stations around town to make sure nothing freezes up. UV is down for the year. We're starting to clean it all up and make sure everything's gonna be working when it needs to be back up next year. Putting in new pumps. We've got a service over on lift station 3 that we're doing. We're putting in a couple of valves over there. We're doing that, so no charge.
Did I see somewhere you were working on that road? Did I see that somewhere?
Oh, on our main road?
Yeah.
We do that every now and then just to keep it. And then there's a guy that lives on that road.
Yeah, I knew that, yeah.
We kind of help each other out on keeping that road halfway decent.
Okay.
Are you gonna return all the balls to the golf course?
No, yeah, we've got a bunch of golf balls.
Thank you.
Well, come and get them. I got a whole bunch full.
The only thing I have, I'll be putting notices in the paper in the next couple of weeks about candidate filing. It'll start on December 9th.
And how many positions do you have open?
It'll be the term, Gina's with a,
Oh,
and John.
Okay.
Are they 3-year terms?
Three.
They're all
All 3
they're all
years.
3-year.
You know, you sign up for you, sign up for
I did sign up for 3, didn't
Yeah, they're all.
Yeah.
The only
I
time,
thought they were-
the only time they're different year is if you fill an unexpired term. So
Oh,
no,
I see.
that's,
Yeah.
that's.
It is what it is.
Okay.
I don't have
Oh, my.
I got a few quick things. Lance, is there any way that we could somehow become like an electrical hub here with all the AI talk, with all the Bitcoin mining, stuff like that? You don't need super skilled workers. Or I shouldn't say that.
Trying to woo in a business that, a data center of such, or something of that sort.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that too.
That's one of the things we talked about out there, business work,
Okay,
and try to peddle that way.
yeah. Yeah,
Biggest,
okay.
biggest issue of those are the amount of power they need.
Right, that's,
Not having that available. We would have to renegotiate our power purchase contracts and build substations that are multi-million-dollar.
right,
So
but,
we don't have the availability to just take one in as everything sits right now. They also are very large water users.
Mark and I have talked to the electric co-op on that south end,
right,
as part of the whole business plan.
Okay.
there For that sale.
yeah. I'm just thinking that also puts us into the future as far as sustainable water usage, electric usage. It's gonna help out, and then that is when we can truly lower the cost for our people. If you're utilizing that much, but yeah, I know the upstart's gonna be expensive, but shoot, we don't seem to have problem throwing 50 million around for a water pipeline, so I don't know. Thank you, guys. Also, I think at some point or another, we need to talk about, DeKalb County got rid of, or at least partially got rid of, their property tax. That's something is that something we can discuss as a council at some point?
You could.
Okay. And then also, due to the affordability of the housing in this town, which has gotten crazy, we need to figure out some way to incentivize builders, make maybe by lowering taxes on them or figuring out something that we can do to help incentivize them as well. To bring in, so that we have houses available for young families to start here. If you can get the younger families to start here, you're gonna have a better chance of keeping them. So, anyway, that's it for me. I've been thinking way too much about.
Well, I do know that I've talked to a couple of assessors that have those already in effect, the over 65 property taxes.
62.
Yeah, it's been kind of rough on the counties.
No, you know what? You gotta learn to live within your budget, just like everybody else.
Well, actually, what they did was they just dropped the increase in taxes for the 62 amount. So it doesn't really change the bottom line for them too much. And like somebody like me that's over 62, it wouldn't change my budget too much either. And it's only for your primary residence, nothing else. So it's like, okay, there's $100. I can go to Walmart with. Like that.
That's it for me. Thank you.
Well, like Lance said, kicking it for Cameron had a really good turnout. I was really glad to be there. I could have stayed. I had some issues with my office in the state had to come in. But, so did they, I'm just kind of asking, so did they come up with any plans? I do know there's a lot of people there.
Plans as in, yeah, well, I mean, advertising, yes, they've got some ideas about having some kiosks around, about having classes for the local businesses to let them know kind of what to expect by people from out of the country, whether they're going to have QR codes on their menu, so people from Portugal will be able to read what's on the menu. Also classes telling them that most of the people from out of the country don't give tips. So don't be expecting the tips, and so, you know, that kind of thing.
So we're just giving our hospitality.
Well, you're still getting an increase
Yes.
in business, and so that's a big plus. And so they also talked about getting flags and welcome signs that go down through down through Walnut,
Ask them to go local this time if they do that.
on flags.
Yeah, they got all these flags put out that are,
I don't know.
just look, it
Right.
was, wasn't even asked last time.
So yeah, they have lots of plans, lots of discussions. We're already in one magazine that I did back in April, in which it's in the highway 36 corridor group. So we want to put an ad in there. And Honey is
I think I've seen that.
yeah, Honey's the salesman on that one. And so we've got copies of that up at City Hall now.
Yeah, they got that too.
And what? Well, that's her name. It's her first name.
Not a bad name.
No. So yeah, she's legit. That's her true name. So yeah, if you want to see the magazines and the ad, they're up at City Hall. Apparently they got printed in June, and I didn't get any copies whenever they got printed. So now we do, and they're at the Chamber of Commerce as well. So I brought some over for that. But
Well, most all of these people visiting will speak another language.
basically, you're looking at 3 different languages. You're looking at English, you're looking at Spanish, and you're looking at Portuguese. So those are the 3 primary languages they'll.
Well, you can buy little things that would make it really easy if you're a server or anything like that.
You can just pull out your Google Translator.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're talking about not only the people coming in, you know, and coming out from Kansas City, but they're also talking about, they're looking at 6 states around us. They're looking, that's not counting Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, but they're looking at 6 different states coming in to Kansas City for this whole thing. They're looking at 650,000 people coming to Kansas City. So something we might want to look at in the future is the rules on the Airbnb.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Because. that's
See, those are
something-
some of the things we as a city can help beautify our city. We need volunteers for any group that's doing anything, but the one thing that, we as a city should do is start trying to beautify it and get rid of trash after Spencer and Tony? Stoney come in and.
Real name. Well, not really, it's his nickname, but that's pretty good.
He knows you, Mark.
He knows me too well.
So what I'm saying is the parks could use some help with some volunteers on some landscaping. We have, just come to City Hall and get volunteer sheets and then talk to Ira. Just talk to your neighbors, talk to Stoney if you've got a neighbor with trees in their fence line. I know one where there is. So, and just kind of get our community, looking better for our visitors. And it will also help bring, once we get to that point, we might be able to maintain it.
We hope that it would have some longevity.
That's the idea.
Yes.
Anyway, and we can't do it with just all of us, all of you and all of you in there can participate, can be a part of this. So, well, that's all I have. So with that, I will entertain a motion to go into executive meeting session under.
Second.
Attorney-client communications, real estate personnel, and negotiated contract.
I'll second that.
All right.
Oh,
Nobody.
I'll make the motion. Negative. Sorry.
All right, Shelley.
Mark Carr.
Yes.
Becky Curtis.
Yes.
John Breckinridge.
Yes.
John Schneider.
Yes.
All right, good night, guys. Thanks for coming.
For being here.